Beer, 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 but beer, but beer, beer. Hello everybody, welcome back to me, Brewski, for beer review number 98. And today the beer I have for you is by Bench Brewing Company. It is their 20 Mile Farmhouse Ale. I haven't had this beer before. I did have their Balls Falls before, which was quite good. And I haven't had a farmhouse ale in a while. I like farmhouse ales. And if it's anything like Balls Falls, obviously it's going to be different because it's a totally different style. But I mean that if it's going to be a good beer, I'm excited. So let's jump right into this. It is 5.3% alcohol by volume and 27 IBUs, and it is listed today, so that's nice to see. Looking for a brewed on date. Sadly, I don't see one, which is a bit of a bummer, but they do have ingredients. We'll get to that in just a minute. So let's crack it open and see what we got. And we're going to be pouring it into my Osthouse pint glass. And give it a pour. About halfway, and then pour. Big, huge, holy moly. That's a big head. Was not really expecting that much of a head. I guess I did give it a bit of an aggressive, did give it a bit of an aggressive pour. Look at that, that's like 4 fingers ahead. Holy crap. Very white and frothy looking. For the beer, still very pale yellow color. Little bit of haziness. Not too much though, but looks very, very nice. I did, though, get a shot of the can. Very nice sort of brown, deep brownish maroon color with a white background. They do have very simplistic cans, not a lot going on, but still very nice, easy to read. So that's nice to see. With that said, let's see what kind of aromas this has. I'm getting like a sour, tarty note out of it. Some spiciness. A bit of yeast in there as well. A little bit of malt. Smells, yeah, more tart, spicy, little sweet. Smells interesting. A little metal-like almost too, like tinny. But hopefully that's not the case in the flavor. So let's have a sip and then we'll cheers. Nope, I'm getting nice, crisp, like an apple crispness off it. A little tart, sweet, not a sweet, sorry, but more of like a bready yeastiness, very light bread, like a nice white bread, and breadiness in the finish. A little bit of citrus notes as well, both in the smell and taste. Pretty nice so far. So let's continue on drinking. Cheers, everybody. A little bit of spice. I want to say maybe it's clove. Could be mistaken. That's sort of what I am getting on my palate. Very nice though. Farmhouse ales do tend to have that little bit of spiciness with a nice crispness to them, as well, with a nice sort of a sweet bready or biscuity flavor in my opinion. It is quite enjoyable. Then again, I do like farmhouse ales. So let's look at the can now, see what they have to say for 20 Mile Farmhouse Ale. Crafted in the escarpment, 5.3%, 27 IBUs. They do have a description on the back, which is nice to see. Located along the beachlands of the Niagara Escarpment, we at Bench Brewing are passionate about the beer we make and the place we make it. Our farmhouse ale is named after the 20 Mile Creek that winds its way throughout some of Ontario's finest orchards, vineyards, and farms in the beautiful 20 Valley. Brewed in the Saison style, this beer has subtle notes of fruit and spice with a dry, crisp finish. Very nice, very nice. They do list ingredients as well. Water, malted barley, wheat, hops, and yeast. Bench Brewing Company, Beamsville, Ontario. Very nice logo. Very nice description. Ingredients posted as well. Yeah, I'm getting a bit of like an apple sort of sweet fruitiness off it as well. Maybe even pear, but more apple in my opinion. Moving over to the website now, which is benchbrewing.com. For their information, they say that their description is the same as on the can. They do list the ABV and IBUs, 5.3, 27 for IBUs, yeast, and then they do list what types of yeast, hops, and malts that were used. For the yeast, it's a Saison blend. Hops are Ella and Enigma. The malts are Bohemian Pilsner, Canadian Two-Row, and wheat. They also have a suggested food pairing, which is salmon. Ooh, that would be good. Man, I gotta get another can. Still got a piece of salmon up there. Maybe cook some of that up. That'd be nice. Salmon, grilled chicken, and oysters. Not a fan of oysters. And then if you scroll down on the same page, they say find our beers near you. And they have a list, not a list, but a map showing all the points of where their beer, both Balls Falls and 20 Mile, is sold. So, very nice to see as well. Apple crispness, clove, breadiness in the finish. Very nice. Little hoppy, tiny bit of hops in there to get that little 27 IBU up there, which is very nice. It's very good. Crisp, clean, out of control. That's what I like to say. Moving over to Beer Advocate now. It's only been given a 3.44 out of 5 rating. That's only an okay rating, which I thought it would have scored higher. I mean, it's a solid beer. Nothing super amazing, but still a solid beer. Well, whatever. Looking down for a review, somebody's given it a 3.48 out of 5, and they say, appearance, opaque, light banana, cream yellow. Smell, the smell reminds me of a wheat beer. It could be coriander or another spice, some fruit and floral notes. Yeah, I want to agree with a bit of coriander and yes, clove in my opinion. Taste. Similar to the smell and also hard to describe, the distinct spiciness is the most noticeable flavor. Overall, flavor is balanced with some fruitiness and subtle maltiness, not very bitter. No, but good little bitter. It doesn't hurt anybody. Mouthfeel, thick and very creamy in feel, medium carbonation, just slightly drying. Yep, medium carbonation. Not as creamy. Thick and very creamy doesn't really add up in my opinion. Sort of like a creamier lager sort of mouthfeel, if that makes any sense. Overall, I am certainly not qualified to discuss the flavor of this beer. It's not bad, but it seems safe to say that this is not the style of beer for me. So, fair enough. Good review overall. I like how he says he's not qualified to discuss the flavor of the beer, but you know, it's not his style, so very good to see that in my opinion. That crisp apple that I'm getting. Not sweet, not super sweet as like a real apple, obviously, but still just the crispness of it when you bite into a fresh apple. That's exactly the crispness that I'm getting off this beer. So with all that said, let's have this final sip and get right into ratings. Yeah, get right into ratings. Cheers, everybody. Damn, that's pretty good. Pretty nice. Pretty nice indeed. So, for the flavor of the beer, what am I going to give this beer? I don't even know. It's nice. It's has a lot of good flavors. Actually, I know what I'm going to give this beer. I'm going to give it a solid 8.5 out of 10. Very nice flavors. It's well balanced in my opinion. Everything flows together. The hops, a little bit of hoppiness in there. Very, very slight, but just enough in this style. The apple crispness on point, mixed with the cloves and the coriander that I'm getting, at least in my personal palate. Love that as well. And the bready finish as well, like a light bready finish. Perfect. Overall, nice rounded flavors of beer, and everything just flows together beautifully. Moving over to presentation now of the can and the website. One, can looks very nice. Their logo is very simplistic, but also very classy. It's very nice looking can, simple but elegant. Information about the beer on the actual can is perfect. Nice, good description. IBUs, ABVs, Farmhouse Ale, clearly labeled. Where it's brewed in Beamsville, and then the ingredients is perfect. One gripe: no brewed on date on this particular can, which is a bit of a bummer, but hopefully they can get a brewed on date stamping machine, and that would be perfect. Moving over to the website now. Very nice looking website. Their can art